Hey there, and welcome to Scandal Steep. I was completely bewildered about what was happening with Shannon Sharpe until I stumbled upon a specific video that revealed a lot. In this clip, his alleged side partner was spilling all the tea, and let me tell you, it was wild. She made some shocking claims, suggesting that the whole uproar, including the rumored explicit tape, was meticulously staged. Yes, you heard that right. It was all orchestrated. Let's dive into the chaos that's currently enveloping Shannon. Just last Wednesday night, during a live stream on Instagram, Shannon found himself in a rather compromising situation with an unknown woman engaged in some NSFW activities. Thousands tuned in before the feed was abruptly shut down. Initially, Shannon claimed he had been hacked in a post on XS, but later he retracted that statement, admitting it was really just his own error, blaming his lack of tech skills for the mishap. Shannon explained that he had tossed his phone onto the bed and got distracted, not realizing he had inadvertently gone live on Instagram. His other phone began blowing up with notifications, and it was his marketing partner, Jamie Fritz, who finally managed to get through to alert him about the situation. Another person eventually ended the live stream. Shannon was candid about what transpired, stating, "My phone wasn't hacked. It wasn't a stunt, it was just me being an active guy." Chad Johnson, who supported Shannon's account of being inept with technology, chimed in, recalling how Shannon had mistakenly called him before. Although Chad tried to cut him some slack, he couldn't resist teasing Shannon for giving him a hard time about professionalism just days prior. "I never thought I'd see the day you'd do something like this. I'm not mad, just disappointed. You really surprised me." Despite the serious undertones at first, both Shannon and Chad eventually laughed it off. In fact, Shannon even promoted a male enhancement product during the live stream, jokingly referencing his use of Viagra for sports. "Yeah, a little bit of a pill? Why do you think I'm out there on the field like that? You know what the pill does? Just pop it under your tongue about 30 to 45 minutes before? Trust me, it's an enhancer with increased blood flow. If you take half a pill before a game with a bit of Red Bull, you've got a performance booster." Many found it hard to believe Shannon genuinely got hacked, especially considering his savvy media presence. This was the narrative being circulated, and it's what his PR team initially put out. But let's unpack that piece first. If you're not familiar with Shannon, he's built an impressive platform with his show, Club Shay Shay, and has had notable guests, including a significant interview with Cat Williams that elevated his visibility. Shannon often portrays himself as a laid-back country guy, but he's no stranger to the media game. With his podcast, featuring Chad Johnson, and appearances on ESPN, he's well-versed in how these platforms operate. So when the hacking narrative emerged, it caused quite a stir. Shannon later admitted that while he had friends trying to call him during the live debacle, he was too preoccupied with his unexpected moment of exposure. During an emergency episode of his podcast, Nightcap, Shannon shared how embarrassed he felt about the situation. As someone who values his privacy, having such an intimate moment broadcast to the world was overwhelming. He recounted the moment he realized what was happening when someone told him, "I can hear you." And he thought, "What do you mean you can hear me doing what?" His heart sank as he understood the implications. Shannon took accountability for his actions, acknowledging that although he wasn't ashamed of what he was doing, he regretted that the audio went public. He mused about how a similar slip could happen to anyone, noting how many people have accidentally hit the live button while caught up in personal moments. It's a common mistake. I think many of us have been there, right? How many of you have been enjoying time with your partner, and one misplaced finger could lead to a live stream? It's a relatable scenario, but some are speculating that this was more than just an innocent error. In fact, there are whispers about who this mysterious woman is as fans scrutinize his Instagram followers. However, the real identity of this supposed partner doesn't seem to align with the speculation. Some believe Shannon might be intentionally stirring the pot, especially after receiving some backlash for being a bit harsh with his staff. Though it wasn't on the level of a major scandal, it did showcase a different side of his personality. While Shannon often comes off as the friendly, down-to-earth uncle, he has a more intense side that can surface when provoked. People are suggesting that this whole live incident could be a strategic move to redirect the conversation away from the recent criticism he faced in the media. It's worth noting that Shannon is driven to take over the podcasting landscape, aiming to be the top show on YouTube. So, it's hard to ignore the possibility that this unexpected live situation was deliberate, meant to distract from the negative press surrounding his interactions with Chad and his team. He's clearly focused on preserving his reputation as a former NFL player, aware of the impact that public perception has on his career. His recent outbursts and the way he has communicated with his staff indicate a certain level of stress or pressure. It's no wonder that people are connecting the dots and wondering if this live blunder was a tactical move to shift the narrative. As the conversation evolves, many are curious about Shannon's relationship status. Speculations have circulated about a woman named Michelle, but Shannon has neither confirmed nor denied these rumors. What is known is that he is a father to 3 children, 2 daughters, and a son. During his induction speech into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2011, he publicly thanked his children for their support, especially during his demanding career. He reminisced about the sacrifices his family made, acknowledging that while many things may change, family remains the cornerstone of everything. He said, "As I stand here at the end of my journey, I know I wouldn't be here without my family. Thank you for understanding when I promised to take you to the movies or the mall, but couldn't follow through." Rumors have swirled about whether Shannon faced any repercussions at ESPN over this incident, but he remains with the network, taking full responsibility for the whole situation. He's acknowledged the expectation to maintain professionalism at all times, even when the cameras are off. In the days following his Instagram mishap, something intriguing emerged. Shannon decided to turn this chaotic moment into a business opportunity. With over 6 million views on that livestream, he chose to launch new merchandise inspired by the incident rather than retreat in embarrassment. He introduced a shirt that says "That's my Michelle," humorously addressing the situation while calling out fans who continued to bug him about it. Celebrities jumped into the mix as well. Rick Ross joked about older individuals like Shannon struggling with new technology, saying, "We forgive you because we know you're older and don't know how to work that tech." Shannon took it in stride, maintaining his cool amid the frenzy. In light of all this, it's clear Shannon has found himself in a tricky situation, but he's owned it. The mix of the Instagram incident and ongoing chatter about his personal life has put him under a microscope. Whether he's dating someone or just focused on his career, one thing is certain: he's always ready to bounce back and keep pushing forward.